Anne Hathaway's upcoming romantic comedy, The Idea of You, will be released on Amazon Prime Video, and it's already showing more promise than the actress's last romance novel adaptation. Throughout her career, Hathaway has starred in numerous films spanning several genres. While many of Anne Hathaway's best movies have gone on to be both commercially and critically successful, some have failed to win over reviewers. Thankfully, her latest release, The Idea of You, looks set to be a hit. Directed by Michael Showalter and based on the book of the same name by Robin Lee, The Idea of You centers on the romance between a single mom and the lead singer of a famous boy band. Indeed, the trailer for The Idea of You shows Hathaway's character getting intimate with the film's male lead, Nicholas Galitzine. Despite not yet being released, The Idea of You is already redeeming Hathaway and her last romantic book adaptation from 2011. The Idea of You is Anne Hathaway's first rom-com book adaptation since One Day. The 2011 film wasn't a high point in the actress's career. Based on the best-selling David Nichols novel of the same name, One Day stars Anne Hathaway as Emma Morley who, following a one-night stand in college, finds herself in an on-again off-again love affair with Dexter, Jim Sturgis, that lasts for 20 years. Despite doing fairly well at the box office, where it earned just over $59 million on a $15 million budget, via the numbers, the movie was panned by critics and currently holds a Rotten Tomatoes score of just 36%. Plenty of the criticism was aimed at One Day's lack of depth compared to the source material, with many reviewers feeling some of it was problematic and that the ending was too abrupt. Others felt that Hathaway had been miscast. The main reason for this was Hathaway's attempt at a British accent, which was deemed inaccurate. Indeed, throughout the movie's runtime, Hathaway switches back and forth between a subpar Yorkshire dialect and a passable standard British accent. Ultimately, One Day isn't one of the many high points of Anne Hathaway's illustrious film career. The Idea of You's early reviews are a major improvement from One Day's movie. It could be Hathaway's best romance movie yet. Nicholas Galitzine and Anne Hathaway in The Idea of You. The Idea of You is scheduled to find its way onto Amazon Prime Video on May 2nd, but despite not being officially released yet, the rom-com has already been making an impression. After premiering at the South by Southwest Film Festival earlier this year, The Idea of You earned a Rotten Tomatoes score of 95%. Early reviews have singled Hathaway's performance and her chemistry with Galitzine as some of The Idea of You's highlights. The film already seems like it will be a vast improvement over One Day. Additionally, The Idea of You might just have the makings of a streaming hit. Not only does it feature a big-name movie star in the form of Anne Hathaway, but it also stars Nicholas Galitzine, one of Hollywood's rising stars who has appeared in a handful of popular releases over the past few years, including Red, White and Royal Blue and Bottoms. The pairing of Hathaway and Galitzine could prove to be a highly successful one. Combine that with the movie's positive early reviews, and The Idea of You could be the best and most successful Anne Hathaway romance film to date.